Solar eclipse in Capricorn on December the 26th, 2019. Welcome dear friends, I'm Marina, and in this video I will present you the most important things you need to know about the upcoming solar eclipse. We are going to talk about generally what does a solar eclipse mean and how we can use it, which are the potential benefits for us. Also, we are going to focus specifically on what we have during this solar eclipse, the aspects and the possible manifestation that they can bring. And of course, we are going to make a short prediction for each of the signs. So make sure to listen to your sun and rising sign to see where, in which area you may transform something, you can start something important, or you might notice that your focus is concentrated there. And let me begin generally with what is actually a solar eclipse. What do we call solar eclipse? The solar eclipse is actually a new moon, which means conjunction between the sun and the moon, but the difference is that we also have one of the lunar nodes in conjunction with the new moon. This time we have the south node in conjunction with the solar eclipse, with this new moon. And that's what makes the event more special. It's not a regular new moon. It's something which can change your life, something which can change your direction for the following months, sometimes even years. And while we have this conjunction for a shorter period, the sun becomes invisible. So what does this mean? It means that we really need to work with our conscious and subconscious mind. The sun represents the conscious mind, the moon represents the subconscious mind. So they are together, and this is also an opportunity when you may get an internal insight that may help you to realize something you want to change, you want to materialize, you want to transform. And of course, as we said, one of the nodes this time, this is the south node, is in conjunction with the new moon, which means that it's time to see the results from the past. Something that you might have worked on, something that you have prepared for, now can bring you the visible results, now can be put into a concrete form. Or the other possibility is that you can also let go of things that are no longer relevant and necessary in your life. Specifically related, of course, to the house area which is triggered in your chart. So this is the life area where you may let go of certain beliefs or patterns or behavior, or generally things that you don't need anymore in your life. So the key points here are letting go of unnecessary stuff, but also bringing results in areas that you have worked in, that you have prepared for, that you are really passionate and focused on. And of course, because this is considered also to be a karmic event, this is the time when we face what we really deserve. So if you have worked really hard, then this is a great time. If not, then you may see what you need to change, where the transformation needs to happen specifically for you. And I would also like to invite you to something very special which I have created specifically for you guys, which is called Eclipses Journey 2020. This is a special transformational program which will begin on January 1st and will last for 21 days, but it will also give you guidance for the whole 2020 and how you can use it. It will be something amazing, something that we haven't done so far. And if you want to enroll, you can check the link below the video. Also, at the end of the presentation, I will share more information. If you really want to change your life and program yourself for success for 2020, we are going to use this period which is called Eclipses Corridor, between the eclipses, also right after the beginning of the new year, so I'm sure that it will be amazing. Now let's go back to our solar eclipse and let's see which are the most important things we need to comment for this particular solar eclipse. The exact date, the 26th of December, right after midnight Eastern time. So you might want to check it, what's the exact time for your particular place and location. And we need to know also the exact degrees. 5 degrees in Capricorn is where the sun and the moon are. The lunar node is on the 9th degree. So make sure to check, do you have something in your chart like a planet, cusp of a house, or maybe your nodes close to those degrees? Basically, the first half of the Capricorn sign. Those are the people who will be mostly triggered by this eclipse. So 5 degrees Capricorn, the sun and the moon, 9 degrees is the south node. And we also have many other planets which are connected to this solar eclipse, starting with Jupiter. Jupiter is only 1 degree away from the eclipse, 1 degree away from the sun and the moon, which also makes Jupiter burned by the sun. And that's a very rare, very specific position that we have. First of all, Jupiter has recently entered Capricorn, so we are getting used to this new energy, to those new opportunities. And the first eclipse that comes also includes Jupiter in Capricorn, so that's an amazing combination. And this can help us to expand, to grow, to be successful in certain area. It's Capricorn, so it will require work, but we can really grow, we can expand, we may have more wisdom. One of the most important things which I also recommend you to concentrate on are your own beliefs. Our beliefs are so important for what we can have in life. And this Jupiter conjunction, this close position of Jupiter, really calls you to do that, to reconsider your beliefs. Is there something that you need to let go of? A negative limiting belief, a negative perspective about yourself, your life, whatever. It's a great time to concentrate on that and transform it. At the same time, this is also a fantastic period for setting some goals. And of course, the new year comes a couple of days later. So of course, most of us are preparing our New Year's resolutions. We want to visualize, to imagine 2020. So that's an amazing opportunity to visualize, to program yourself for what you want to achieve and what you really want your life to be during 2020. And of course, this eclipse is not alone. A couple of weeks later, during January, we have the following lunar eclipse. And basically, that's the beginning of the eclipses corridor, the period in between 2 or sometimes 3 eclipses. And this is a very special karmic transformative period, which we have to use if we wanted to change, and actually not just change lives, but to progress. And I think that progress will be one of the major topics of this eclipse, because Jupiter is in conjunction with the solar eclipse, but also Uranus is trining the eclipse. And Jupiter and Uranus, especially when they are in a positive connection, they can help you to move on another level, to make a real progress. So not just change. As they say, change always comes. Whether you want it or not, change is something constant in life. That's just how things work. But progress, it's something different. And that's what we can work on. After this solar eclipse, whether you want to join us during the Eclipses Journey program, or maybe you want to work on your own, it's totally up to you, but take advantage of this amazing opportunity Jupiter in conjunction with the solar eclipse, and Uranus trining the eclipse. That's a combination for progress, something which is not always available. It's not always that easy. Now you can do it. The other important things we need to discuss. Saturn and Pluto are also in conjunction with this solar eclipse. And let me explain why. So the Sun and the Moon are on the 5th degree in Capricorn. Saturn is on the 21st degree. Even though we have a large orbit, I still consider Saturn as being in conjunction with the eclipse. For applying aspects, I use 17 degrees for conjunctions of the Sun. And here we have, I think, 16 degrees. Yes, there are 16 degrees. So in my opinion, Saturn is in conjunction with this solar eclipse, which means that it's time to work hard. It's time to be consistent. It's time to put the boundaries or to create the structure of the things you want to materialize in your life. Yes, it will require hard work, but the best thing about Saturn is that you get what you really deserve. This is the planet of justice. And this conjunction together, Jupiter and Saturn, both with the solar eclipse, can allow us to progress, but also to have stable long-term results, to be more grounded, to be in touch with reality, to have a clearer idea of what needs to be changed and transformed. And why I also consider that Pluto is in conjunction, because Pluto is in conjunction with Saturn. Even though the orbits with the new moon itself is too big, because of the conjunction with Saturn, indirectly, Pluto is also joining this picture. And Pluto is the planet of transformation. Pluto is the planet which can allow you to destroy things that are no longer needed or positive in your life, and then to build up from there, to create something new, a big, general, overall transformation of things. So that's an amazing opportunity. Will it be easy? I cannot promise you that, because with so much Earth energy, with so much Saturn-Pluto energy, it will require focus, work, consistency, but that's also how we can achieve progress, how we can build up something stable and significant. Okay, now also we have Mercury in conjunction. Mercury is in Sagittarius on the 26th degree, and it's also in conjunction with the solar eclipse, which means that it's a great time for planning, for new ideas to come, for social or communicational projects or intellectual work. And because Mercury is in Sagittarius, it adds a little bit of the Sagittarius energy, which is about prosperity, about seeing the bigger picture, about realizing what's the deep meaning of something, what would you like to manifest in your life long term. And Mercury helps us to see that. Also, we mentioned Uranus, which is very important. Uranus trining the new moon, the solar eclipse, with Jupiter there as well. That's what can help you to change something, to make a real progress, to move to another level in your life. So that's one of the most exciting aspects, actually. And Neptune also has a quintile, which is a creative aspect, and this allows you to be more intuitive, to use Neptune's help to achieve what you want, which is spiritual guidance or intuition or more creativity. And finally, also Mars is having a nonagon with the solar eclipse, which is a karmic aspect. And I think that this Mars position can really help us to take more action, to be more passionate. Mars is in Scorpio. To be more passionate, to be more focused and put concrete focus and take action. So do something. It's not just about visualizing, it's also about taking action. And if you have noticed, we have many Earth planets here. 5 planets in Capricorn, 1 planet in Taurus. So 6 planets are in Earth signs. And it means that we have to be very consistent, but also that things may take more time until they can be manifested. And with Mars having the karmic aspect with the eclipse, we might be more focused to take action, because otherwise the Earth energy sometimes can be too slow or sometimes can make us feel a little stuck. Well, with Mars having the nonagon, you can do something, you can change things, you might be proactive. So very exciting, very important, very transformative solar eclipse. And back to our eclipses corridor story. This eclipses corridor period is a time when you may have more ability, more options to change your life according to your own desires. So I highly recommend you to be proactive and to really dive deep into planning things, setting some goals, being very honest with yourself. What would you need to change? What do you need to let go? We have South Node here. So letting go is the first thing that you need to do. Things that you don't need, things that are not helpful in your life. And from there, to decide what you want to achieve in your life, to materialize in your life. So very, very exciting, very transformative solar eclipse. And now let's say a couple of words for each of the signs so that you know how this eclipse can affect you and which area in your life will be triggered by this solar eclipse. Remember, we have 5 planets and the South Node in Capricorn together. So it's an amazing focus. And this house, this life area which you find here, is where you really need to dive deep and to explore and transform and progress. Remember, the key phrase for this solar eclipse is progress. As usual, we begin with Aries, and for Aries, the solar eclipse triggers 10th house, which means transformations, new projects, achieving results in your career, new business, promotion, or leaving a job that you don't like. It really depends on your situation, but concentrate on your career, on your social achievements and goals. For Taurus, the triggered area is 9th house, and this is the house related to our goals, our long-term plans, our education, plans for traveling, and so on. That's the area where you need to focus. Concrete goals, concrete vision for the future, concrete beliefs that you would like to get used to transform your worldview. That's what you need to do, Taurus. Gemini will experience the solar eclipse in their 8th house, which means total deep transformation. It might be extremely intense, it might be even difficult sometimes, but this is also your opportunity to heal, to let go, to leave the past behind you, to do and to experience a complete transformation. And also financial stuff might be important, specifically mutual resources or money coming from your partners or other people. Those are the areas where you need to concentrate mostly. For Cancer, the solar eclipse will trigger 7th house. Important house when it comes to relationships, partnerships, communication with other people, or your clients if you're working with clients. What you need to change there. This is a new phase. This is a new time for you to set the new goals. New partners, or for some people this could be marriage, Or for others, this could be a time to leave a partner or to end the relationship which is no longer bringing you happiness. For Leo, the eclipse will trigger 6th house, which means career, work, but also health. What's the main thing that you need to change there? Maybe your habits, maybe your daily routines, maybe you need to create a new morning routine for yourself, or to start a new diet, or anything else which will help you to be healthier. And new business, new work, new projects that you might start, or again, if you're unhappy, you might leave the current job and focus on something new. For Virgo, the eclipse triggers 5th house, which is the house of love, romance, creativity, joy, your kids, your basically everything that you do with your heart. And I highly recommend you to focus more there. What would you like to change? How you can be more creative? How you can experience more joy in your life? Those are some of the most important themes of this eclipse. For Libra, the eclipse will trigger 4th house, which means family, your home, property stuff as well. Is there something that you want to change? Maybe you to move to another place, maybe to sell a property, or change, work on the relationship with your family members. These are the major themes that the solar eclipse brings. For Scorpio, the eclipse triggers 3rd house, which means to be more present, how you can be more in touch with your ideas, how you can materialize them as well, but also education, concrete skills, or plans for traveling. Those are the major life areas, the major themes that you need to focus on. For Sagittarius, the eclipse triggers 2nd house, which is related to your resources and all kinds of personal belongings, including money. And how you can improve this area. Do you need to change your spending habits? Do you need to find a new activity that can bring you more money? Or maybe you need to manage finances better. That's what you need to learn. That's what you need to dive into. And of course, for Capricorn, this solar eclipse will be extremely important because it's in your 1st house, especially if your sun, rising sign, or another planet is in the 1st half of the sign, between the 1st degree and the 15th degree. You will experience the strongest, the most significant impact in your life, which means personal transformations related to everything that you do, starting new things, letting go of the past you, and preparing for the future as a brand new person, a person who is ready for happiness and ready also to do new stuff. Amazing, very exciting eclipse for Capricorn. For Aquarius, the eclipse triggers 12th house, which means deeper transformations on an inner level, working with the past, healing the past, letting go of memories that you no longer need, and preparing for the next chapter in your life. For Aquarius specifically, I highly recommend to concentrate on things that you need to complete in your life, things that you have started, and now is the time to ask yourself, do I want to finish that, or do I just want to leave it in the past? And then you are ready for the new chapter which is about to come. And for Pisces, the eclipse triggers 11th house, which means social activities, your community, your ideals, the things that you value the most, how you can be more in touch with those things, what needs to be transformed. Do you need to become part of a new community? Do you want to be part of a new community? Or maybe leave some friendships or relationships in the past. And even when it comes to your ideas, they might be transformed. You may find that your priorities are changing. So I'm really excited, and I think that this eclipse can be very transformative for each of the signs. Make sure to remember which house area is triggered in your chart so that you will know how to prepare and where it's recommended to focus on. And now I would like to share with you a little bit more about the Eclipses Journey 2020 program, something which I have created specifically for you guys and which I believe will help you to be more successful in 2020. So we are beginning on January the 1st. It will continue for 21 days, but you will have access to the program until the end of the year. And also you will receive instructions about how to use the program during the whole 2020. So it's an amazing opportunity. There will be a membership area where you can access all of the needed materials whenever you want to. So during those 21 days, you will receive 10 video lessons, which will be uploaded day by day, and they will give you guidance about what to focus on, what to make sure you are changing or concentrating on, and some concrete instructions of how you can improve your life. There will be also 10 EFT practice meditations, which will help you to reprogram your subconscious mind, something which is very, very important. And this Eclipses corridor really allows you to do much easier and to make it more powerful. There is also one live meditation which we are going to do together on the lunar eclipse on the 10th of January, and we are gonna program our minds for success, for letting go of the past, and for having the best 2020. And at the end, there will be also one Q&A webinar where you can join me and you can ask your questions of something you want to change or something you are wondering how to do. All of that will be related to 10 concrete life areas: mindset, goals, confidence, body wellness, relationships, career and money, knowledge, creativity, emotional state, and relaxation and having fun. We are gonna focus on each of those areas. I will give you concrete ideas, instructions, and directions of what you need to do to improve those areas. And for each of them, there will be an EFT practice meditation that will help you to reprogram your mind for success. So I'm extremely excited, and I think that this program will help you to really change 2020 and make it the most amazing year so far. If you're ready to join us on this amazing journey, check the link below the video and save your spot now. Any questions about the program, you might send to support@marstars.net. We will be happy to answer you. So that's the most important I wanted to share. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm wishing you all an amazing holiday season and even more amazing 2020, which I really believe will be a very transformational year for so many people. It was a pleasure for me to guide you and be with you. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you next time.